Hi, it's great to be on VOX here. My name's Elliot Grove. I'm the founder of Raindance Film Festival, which I started way back, probably before many of you were even out of nappies. Why did I decide to start Raindance? Well, I really had come out of a lot of other things I'd done and tried and failed, and I decided to start Raindance as a thought experiment. Could you, I wondered, make a movie good enough to go in cinemas without any money, without any experience, and without any film training? So I started, and we started first of all doing training courses, bringing people over from Los Angeles. My intern, those very first 9 months of Raindance, the guy that carried the heavy boxes up and down the stairs was a guy called Edgar Wright. And a couple of years later, I met another newbie, totally self-trained, by the name of Christopher Nolan. And hey, it kind of works. I myself have no training. I grew up Amish outside Toronto, the horse and buggy people, that really strange Protestant sect. And I was always told never ever to go to the movie theater as a young kid because the devil lived here. And there I am today, again, doing the devil's work, promoting cinema in theater. Now, when I was 16, I get sent into town to this little village outside Toronto. There was a part my dad couldn't fix, and I had to take it to the blacksmith, and I find out it's going to take 3 whole hours for him to do the repair. It wasn't really worth me going all the way back home and coming back into this little village. So it was a hot summer's day. I was 16, I had a few coins in my pocket, and maybe like you at 16, I was wondering what the devil looked like. And lo and behold, 3 doors down from the house of the Lord was the house of the devil. And I walked up and I found out they were charging 99 cents in the day to see what the devil looked like. So I paid my money and went in. Now remember, I had no idea what a movie was. I was just told, don't go there. Go in, there's a big room, a bit like church, you know, with the chairs all lined up facing the front. I sit down, there's a couple other people there on that hot summer's day. And then they turn the flippin' lights off. And the first movie I saw was Lassie Comes Home. And I cried like a baby. At the end, I rushed up to touch the screen to see if I could feel the texture of the bark or the fur. It was all gone and I was totally hooked. And when I started Raindance, I just was at this loose end. I'd lost everything. I'd fancied myself as a property entrepreneur and lost everything in the last big British recession in 1991. And I spent a whole year feeling really sorry for myself until a wise old man, a friend of mine, said, you know, he said one day, he said, you know what, Elliot, as long as you're moping around feeling sorry for yourself, there isn't a single doctor in the world that can help you. And I realized he was right. So I said, what should I do? And he said, you should do what you love. What did I love? Lassie Comes Home, movies. So that's how I started doing movies. And we started the festival to celebrate the work of British filmmakers living on this very dirty, damp, dark island. And our festival has grown and grown over the years until Variety magazine, one of the top, most prestigious trade magazines, calls Raindance one of the top 50 must-attend film festivals in the whole world. And that's a great honor, given that there's over 5,000 around the world. Now, this year we had over 6,000 submissions from 71 countries, from which our programming team chose 104 features and feature documentaries, 172 short films, and 56 pilot web series for content created specifically for the internet in Britain's only Webfest. It's our second year doing that. So what makes a Raindance film, I'm always asked, and I like to use the word extreme. And extreme comes in 3 flavors. Number 1, extreme topic. So we have documentaries on extreme topics to do with politics or ecology or social mores. The second thing is extreme filmmaking techniques. We have films shot on cell phones. We have film shots on all sorts of cameras. We have films shot in the most extreme conditions, at night, underwater, all sorts of things. And the third thing I mean by the word extreme is, because it's at Raindance, it must be extremely entertaining. People starting out and want to be filmmakers make a classic mistake. They don't watch movies and they don't realize that that camera is actually a very powerful visual storytelling tool, which is different than, say, theater, where people just talk like this. And new filmmakers breaking in, I hope, learn the skills and crafts of cinema over the last 100 years, plus come up with new stories that tell me what it's like to live and work and play in your section of town or your nation, with your religion or your race or your language. And when you do that, take me into a world that either that I know about, but I need to know more about, or take me into a completely new world that I know nothing about. So where I see Raindance going next is, well, we'd like to try to get the word out more. And this is where you can help by tweeting and Facebooking and looking at shows like VOX and learning about independent cinema and telling your mates, because we don't have the money to buy the big billboard ads that Hollywood movies do. And aren't Hollywood movies sort of these dumbed down, artificial sweetening type of stories, cleaned up? And we know that people want, like you, want to see more than that. And why should you come to the Raindance Film Festival? Hey, see great movies, meet all the filmmakers, 600 are coming from all over the world. And lastly, if you're up for it, there's alcohol. What else could you want? My name's Elliot Grove, raindancefestival.org. Hope to see you there.